I'm Elie Sirotta. I'm Executive Director of Applications for ISNT and the Office of Development and Alumni Relations. And I am super excited to share with you a prototype chatbot using Microsoft Copilot Studio that we created to help development and alumni relations professionals interact with, search, and mine interaction data. So a little bit of context, interactions are stored, they're objects stored in the Development and Alumni Relations CRM, and they represent our interaction history with constituents. So when fundraisers go and they meet with potential donors, interactions are logged. When alumni contact the help desk, interactions are entered. So we have about 2.5 million records in the CRM containing interaction information. Now, buried within the unstructured text of those interactions is a breadth of valuable information that would help us to really understand and know our constituents intimately. There's information about student experience when they were undergrads or graduates. There's information about their professional alignment and their professional interests, their personal interests. There's a wealth of information there. However, the problem is it's very difficult to search that. 2.5 million records. The only way we could do it today is to go in and use an archaic ad hoc query tool or ask a programmer to write a SQL query against a relational database. So we were very excited at the prospect of using tools that we have access to today. In this case, it's Microsoft Copilot Studio, which is available to many of us that already have the Microsoft 365 Copilot license. This particular tool allows us to create chatbots that have a lot of different benefits. One of them is, in the current climate, it might be free or already paid for, which is a massive advantage. It has access to Boston University protected information that's already PCI compliant and safe to work with. It is easily distributed. The chatbot becomes visible to users within their Microsoft Teams next to their other chats. So it's already there, and people already have the tools to be able to use this. So there are many, many different benefits to using this tool to spin up chatbots. In terms of the knowledge that this tool can access, in the case of the chatbot, this proof of concept, we're feeding it flat file data, but it does have connectors to be able to access SQL servers, to be able to connect it to Microsoft SharePoint directories, so it can source information you already have within your OneDrive folders or your SharePoint lists. So in terms of information security, I already sort of touched on that. It's already within the Microsoft tenant, so it's somewhat protected already. In terms of connecting it to knowledge sources like SharePoint sites, it does inherit those permissions. So in other words, if you're presenting the chatbot to someone, you don't have to worry about their access to the underlying knowledge sources. It does check that before it responds with a result if you're pointing it at a SharePoint site. So we've already played around with this tool, and we have quite a few potential use cases here. One example would be a prospect manager who's inheriting a portfolio of potential donors from someone who's left the institution. They could quickly and easily start chatting with the chatbot and trying to aggregate and summarize information about that incoming portfolio. Another use case would be compiling emails based on recent interactions we've had with a specific person. You can also create topics within the chatbot where you can guide, if somebody asks a question that touches on a topic, you could guide them down a specific path of answering. And we've been able to teach the chatbot how to open the record within the CRM just by saying, can you open this in the CRM? So using topic management, you can do certain things like that. I'm not going to have time to go through all of the other pilots, but the big message here is take a look at what tools we already have in-house today. There could be great potential for time to value if we look at Microsoft Copilot, Microsoft Copilot Studio.